Hello, my wonderful Sagittarius. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing amazing. In today's video, I will be tapping into the energies of your love life. So it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay, guys, so we have the Phoenix, resurrection, surrender to change. Okay. And then we have fairness, balance. Okay. Now, this card does speak about surrendering to some form of change, but it's also about like rising above, right? Like there could be something tough that you're facing this week when it comes to a situation or a person here. And something is working out in your favor, right? Bottom of the deck, we have fairness and balance. Something is balancing out or something is working out in your favor, but it might not seem that way because you're going through it in the now. There may be a lot of emotions that you feel bombarded by, and it's like clouding maybe the positives or the optimistic part about this change here. So it's a much needed change, but it doesn't feel that way as you're going through it, I guess, is the best way for me to boil down that energy. Okay, some of you could be dealing with a Libra or a Scorpio. Okay, guys, so we have the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. You could be dealing with a fixed sign, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, or a Taurus. Yeah, a much needed change, something that is going to work out in your favor or make you very happy. But I think that this could be a week where you're either, going through this change, as of currently, or there's a lot of emotions that you're feeling at once, and it's maybe clouding the positive part about this change here. I also feel like, if this is like turning over a new leaf with someone or the end of a cycle and, reconnecting here, it is a change that has taken quite some time to occur because the Wheel of Fortune is associated with a fixed energy. So whether it's you feel you were involved with someone and even though you were connecting with them, you were ready to take the next step, but there were constant delays here, I do see that it's a change that's happening after some time. So I'm going to start off by seeing how you are being viewed this week. The Moon. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces. There's some sort of mystery surrounding you, or this is someone who's trying to figure you out, but they feel like there's a lot they don't know. There's a lot of questions that they have. There's something about you or this connection that feels very like there's a lot in the unknown, right? So I do feel like this person is someone who is viewing you as very nurturing, very understanding with the Moon card. Possibly even like highly emotionally intelligent, but they feel like you know more than you show. There's a very, I don't want to say you're completely closed off, but I do feel like this is someone who's either viewing you as specifically withdrawn this week, or they feel like you are taking your time with opening up. So you're giving them just enough to work with, but it's not like you're opening up entirely. So they are trying to figure you out, but how they're viewing you is there's a lot that's hidden, or they have a lot of questions here. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands and the Prince of Pentacles in the challenge position. Someone here could be in the public eye. If that's not the case, this person could just be viewing you as someone who receives a lot of attention. You're highly sought after. And I do see that they're, communicating with you, but they're opening up to you little by little. And I think it has a lot to do with kind of testing the waters with you or wanting to know where you stand as well. I'm strongly getting someone who's trying to figure you out, but they're not really showing you that, or they're not really coming off as asking a lot of questions, even though there's a lot of curiosity here. But for the Six of Wands and the Prince of Pentacles to come up in the challenge position, this could be someone who is, wondering, how am I going to meet Sagittarius halfway? How am I going to be a positive addition in their life? There may be an age gap between the both of you, or they may view you as a tad bit more established than them or more experienced than them in one way or another. Now, the Prince of Pentacles, it's more of like someone who feels like they're still learning, but there's a lot of potential associated with that card, right? So this person feels like, or I should say they're hoping that what they're offering you is going to be enough in terms of it's going to be something that you want to accept. Prince of Pentacles and Six of Wands could also be someone who's like, reaching out to you, whether it's, via text or phone call, but they're hoping that they're able to get through to you. So trying to stand out or maybe even impress you in one way or another. How are you viewing them? The Queen of Wands. You're really attracted to this person, okay? You feel like there's a lot of passion between the both of you. There may be something very different about this connection or something very different about how this person makes you feel. But I also feel that you're wanting to get to know this person on a deeper level. You may be communicating with them, but you may feel like you want to have more in-depth conversations, or you're only seeing a little bit of this person. There's a little bit of a mirroring energy going on. But I will say that this is someone who feels like you know more about them than they know about you. And they may feel like there's another side to you, not in a negative way, but there's like, the real you, or maybe a very nurturing side of you that they have, they can sense, but they don't feel like they fully have access to it as of yet. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles in your feelings, and we have the Death card. Wow. And so this is like hand in hand. I'm reading it hand in hand with the Phoenix, right? Surrendering to a change. Going through, a complete shift here. Like for some of you, it could be the end of a cycle and you're choosing to relocate, or you want a change of environment, that sort of thing. For others of you, it could even be a change in your career. But the Death card is not just about physical changes, it's internal changes as well. So it could be like death and rebirth, letting go of a way of thinking, or letting go of, toxic situations or people, and you're making room for something that is, going to work out for you. But the thing with the Five of Pentacles and the Death card, that could quite literally be the end of some sort of a waiting period or stagnation, and you're, turning over a new leaf. So even if you're connecting with this person and you have a history with them, you are viewing them in a completely different light. You're wanting the situation to go in a complete different direction than it has in the past. Nine of Cups, okay, and the King of Pentacles. I think that this is someone who makes you very happy. You are viewing them as wish fulfillment, but you may be trying to maintain a situation with this person while you are trying to work through, your like personal life, more specifically your finances, with the King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So for some of you, you're just trying to find balance here. Yes, I really do. I am taking a liking towards this person. I do want to reconnect or connect with them. But with the King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, there are certain things that I need to work through. Or some of you feel like you're not exactly where you want to be when it comes to your stability. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, clarifying the Six of Wands, and the Strength card clarifying the Page. Yeah, definitely see an offer. And with the Ace of Pentacles and Strength card coming out in the challenge position, I don't feel like this is someone who's viewing this connection as a missed opportunity. I think that they're just struggling with, either how to communicate with you or how to come forward and show you that they want to invest here. I mean, I see that this is someone who is comfortable with conversing with you. So even if you guys are already having conversations, I think they're trying to create some sort of a stable plan, because what they want with you is stability. Okay, the Strength card, some of you could be dealing with a Leo, but that card touches on, intense emotions that this person feels towards you, but it could be very suppressed. It could be, I will, tell Sagittarius how I feel, but only to an extent, or I want to take my time with opening up. I don't want to just, come in with an emotional outpour. And I also feel like this may be someone who shows you that they care for you, or they show you that they want to invest in you through their actions more than like verbally, expressing it to you. Hmm. This may be someone that you work with, or there's something about finances that's, heavily being highlighted in this spread. Right. So, like, maybe they feel like you guys have similar goals, or there is a plan, or some sort of a creative endeavor that this person wants to, collaborate on. There's something to do with the finances in this connection here. Even if they're familiar with what you do for work, this could be maybe something that started off as like a business partnership, or that is what they're wanting here as well, like to work with you in some way. Yes, they have emotions for you, and they have, commitment on their mind, but I think that this is someone who feels like they can learn a lot from you as well. So we have the Six of Swords and the Hierophant in their feelings. Yeah, they definitely have commitment on their mind. I just feel with the Six of Swords that this may be someone who expresses to you that they worked very hard to attain, like a peace of mind, or they've had a very difficult past when it comes to relationships. You may be dealing with someone who's very traditional, or there's going to be a conversation about values that takes place between the both of you. Right? That card could touch on values. It could touch on religious or cultural factors. So if there are any differences in the between the both of you, that is something that's going to come up. That is something that this person wants to discuss. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus. We have the Two of Wands and the Five of Wands. There's something about wanting to stand out. They're viewing you as either you receive a lot of attention or you're highly sought after. For some of you, there's some sort of mystery surrounding you. So they may, let's, use a generic example of if they feel you're not putting all your eggs in one basket and you're, exploring your options, that is something that's crossing their mind. That is something that they're thinking about. But with the Two of Wands and the Five of Wands, they're creating a stable plan in mind to pursue things with you, to grow with you. That is what they're desiring. And Five of Wands and the Hierophant could be someone who wants a commitment with you, but they feel like it's not going to be easy. They feel like it's not going to be a walk in the park, whether it's because there's constant delays or there's obstacles. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Fool card and the potential outcome. What's the Nine of Pentacles? The Emperor, the Fool card, the Two of Swords. I feel like this person feels like the decision is yours. Nine of Pentacles, Fool card, taking a leap of faith towards you. Not really sure what the future holds, but knowing that they want to invest in you and knowing that they see a future here. The Emperor and the Two of Swords. Some of you could be taking your time with responding to this person or making a decision when you receive this offer. What's the Two of Swords? The Four of Wands. Yeah. So there may be some sort of confusion you want to clear up, or there will be a conversation where you possibly bring up, what you want to work towards versus what this person wants to work towards. But I see a lot of potential here because the Two of Swords is being clarified by the Four of Wands. So that's another card of commitment, a deep connection here. But I do see that there could be some sort of clarity that you're seeking from this person, whether it's, I want to know if we're on the same page. I want to know if, for example, because I did touch on the differences could be highlighted in this connection. It could be that you're wondering, is that something we're going to be able to work through? I think you want something to feel realistic or tangible prior to making a decision here. Okay. So let's see what this person wants to communicate. I want to tell you how I feel. Yeah. And that's pretty much what I was sensing throughout the spread here. But I also feel this is someone who's like trying to figure you out as they're acknowledging how they feel towards you. I feel you even though we are apart. So there could be a lack of communication between the both of you, or physical distance for some of you. Okay. And then it says, I hide my feelings. Interesting. So this person feels like they don't really express their true feelings towards you. Even if you know that they're taking a liking towards you, they could have a lot of emotions that are suppressed, especially with the Strength card. Okay, 1 second, guys. I just dropped a few cards. Okay. Anything else? It says, it was my fault, but I blamed you. You know, the Emperor and the potential outcome could be taking some sort of accountability, right? And we do have the Six of Swords there trying to make peace with something. So if this person feels like they were, you know, blaming you for something that they know was their fault, that could be something that they want to come forward with. Okay. So that is what I'm getting for you guys this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.